As long as you keep getting up,
Outside with my niggas, we doing the most. Grabs on the table, yeah, been go. At the base and shorty, she tryna put it over. Keep steady,
boom. Now I'm talking. Hey, I want to try a new camera angle. I want to go like angle to angle to angle. See if I get more views. So we gonna try that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I feel like when I was standing, I get more thoughts flowing. You know what I'm saying? When I just step back, do a little movement. But let's see. I tried to record a video earlier. It didn't work. I thought I was recording the whole time. I wasn't. I hate when it happens. But let's just go to show. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go to show. Things might not go as planned, but you act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So let's say, for example, you got something in, let's say you set goals. You set like 5 goals, and one thing doesn't go as planned. You gotta pivot. Pivot towards the correct thing that's gonna work. And nothing's wrong with pivoting as long as you keep moving forward. If you pivot backwards, that's where you go wrong at. But if you pivot forward, that's where you keep getting closer to where you want to be. As long as you're getting closer and closer and closer, such as, like, for example, falling forward. If you sit there and fall forward, you're getting closer and closer and closer towards the goal you want to reach. So I'm gonna give you a visual example. Let's say you are on a football field, right? Almost failed. But let's say you're on a football field, running. All right, boom, first down. Running again. All right, cool, second down. The difference is when you're trying to reach that touchdown is success, right? When you're trying to reach that touchdown, it doesn't matter. You have unlimited downs. As long as you keep getting up, the ball is always in your hand. All you have to do is continue to pick the ball back up and get up. And other people, and when you don't let people into that field, it's just you on that field. And you don't get a lot of players, or not a lot of players, you don't get a lot of people watching until you get right there by that touchdown. Once you get right there by that touchdown, now people randomly start popping up in the crowd like, yo, you're about to hit that touchdown. It's weird, but that's how it goes. You might start all the way back here, and you falling forward. You just falling on your face and picking back up. Falling forward, falling on your face, getting back up. Next you know, nobody cheering. And you got the peoples, you never know, your people might be sitting there telling you, see, don't be doing that. I told them not to do that. I told them, like, they just saying random stuff that's not going to help you, which is fine. You just got to stay so focused. And even if it's that with people you know, or even haters in general, somebody might comment on your post and they might sit there and say, yo, this video sucks. Whatever it is, you might have multiple of them comments just in the crowd. But when you so locked in, so focused on reaching that touchdown, you so focused and locked in on reaching that goal, none of that matters. You just have to simply focus. You have to simply keep falling forward, and make it to that touchdown. Don't let no distraction block you from where you want to get to. Because when you listen to other people, you tend to not focus on what you need to focus on to get to where you want to get to. You know what I'm saying? Again, when you focus on other people, you can't focus on your goals. You can't focus on what you need to get done because you're too focused on the other person. You got to be smart, you got to be strategic, you got to plan correctly. You got to have proper preparation so you can have great success. If you don't prepare correctly, you tend to have poor success rate, or you don't get to where you want to get to because you have failed and you didn't fall forward. You didn't prepare to fall forward, you prepare to fall backwards. It's like, okay, if this don't work, I know I can do this. If this don't work, I know I can do this. You're failing forward rather than, okay, if this don't work, I'm gonna just do this again. You're falling backwards. You gotta keep going forward. Fail forward, try something new. Keep trying something new within the same realm. But try something new. If this video don't hit, try another video. If that video don't hit, try a different video. One of these videos gonna hit. Once you find that one video that hit, keep going, keep pushing. Same thing with the business. You start one business, that business don't work, that's cool. You keep finding out ways to promote that business so that business can work. For example, you might sit there and say, okay, I'm gonna promote on Instagram. That don't work, cool. Now I'm gonna pay a marketing team to run ads for me. If that don't work, cool. Try something different. Okay, I'm gonna pay influencers to shout my stuff out. If that don't work, try another way. Find another way. Ask ChatGPT. Whatever you got to do, figure it out. And that's just 3 or 4 examples. I guarantee one of those examples is going to work or has already worked for somebody else. And another way to get to where we want to get to is simply learning from people who are already done what you want to do. All right, so look, for example, if somebody has already reached the success you want to reach, I suggest you take their advice. I suggest you to do what they did to get to where they're at. For example, if somebody's successful from starting a business, running ads, figure out what they do or what they did to get to where they're at. If you see someone riding in a Lamborghini, you want a Lamborghini, figure out what they did to get there so you can do the same. If it's something you want, figure out, I guarantee there's somebody out there who has the same thing you want. Figure out how they got it and do the same thing they did. Or even if it's so specific, like, okay, excuse me, since I'm in the kitchen, and say you want to be a chef, go to a successful chef. Go to a person that's successful. You can ask 10 successful chefs. I guarantee one of them might respond. If not 10, try 20. If not 20, try 30. That's just starting off. You learn from them. You figure out what they do. And let's say if you can't get a hold of them or contact them, email them, whatever it is, then this is when you go on YouTube. You look, you search. Look at the day in the lives. Look at the blogs. Look at the podcasts. Look at the interviews. All that. Look at all the things they done. Because I guarantee it's going to be little gems on how they got to where they at. And just follow that path and make it your own. But follow it. Do it similar. A lot of these people, even as a rapper, a rapper might say how they got from point A to point B, how they got poor to rich, how they got non-famous to famous. Follow their blueprint. They're going to give you the blueprint within these podcasts. They're going to give you the blueprint within people who even tell stories about them. Figure out what they did, do the same thing, implement it in your own way, and keep going. For example, you might want to be like Drake. You want to have a big house, you want to have great lifestyle. You can simply copy his formula. You just gotta figure out what he did. Do the research. After you do the research, make a plan based off the research that you found, and you execute that plan. You consistently try to execute that plan. And let's say one thing don't go as planned, like I said earlier, then that's when you pivot. If you know Drake, okay, Drake records like this. It didn't work when I first uploaded. Cool. Maybe I need to market a different way. And let's say the marketing don't work that way. Try a different way Drake marketing. Or let's say Drake made a great song. He done this song didn't hit. So I'm gonna try a different way Drake made a song. So it's just different ways you can reach success. It doesn't have to be one-all, fix-all, but you can try different things until you find what works for you. And most likely if it works for somebody else, it can work for you also. That doesn't mean you do the exact same thing, but learn from them and turn it into your own thing. That's the best thing you can do. Whether it's YouTube content, whether it's being a rapper, anything. Do what they did and make it your own, and do it in your own way, put your own spin on it. No cap. And for example, when people do these 20v1s, when people do the popular ones, it's all started from one idea and somebody twisted it up. All these are white background videos. The difference is there are different things that's going on in those videos. Somebody started with Pop the Balloon, then they go Pop the Balloon to 20v1, then they do Smash and Pass, face to face, all type of stuff. They changed it up. They found what works. Okay, white screen works, cool. I'm gonna do different. I'm gonna pivot to a different thing. And they pivot and they figured out it worked. They kept doing it. Now they spam the white screen videos. For example, if I did a white screen video, most likely to get a whole lot of views. But you gotta see how they prepared it. I even asked somebody how they did theirs, and they said honestly they just invited people they knew. They just invited a whole bunch of people, and whoever pulled up, and they just shot the video with the people they had. And sometimes you gotta go out there because the first video might not be the best, but that second one might, that third one might. So sometimes you gotta put yourself out there and just hope for the best. And everything's not gonna be perfect. Definitely when you hosting events, when you hosting things. Maybe one day, honestly, I'm gonna actually host a 20v1. Or I'm gonna actually, 20v1 probably. I rent a background and I just make a flyer and try to promote it as much as I can. If whoever show up. And we'll just see how it goes, honestly. And if it goes good, I'll do it again. If it doesn't, I'll pivot. You know what I'm saying? That's just a prime example. But honestly, you gotta throw yourself out there. And you just gotta learn as you go. And as long as you keep going, you keep pushing, I guarantee you're gonna succeed at it. So listen, just take that into consideration. Make a plan if you haven't. Stay focused, stay consistent. And if you made this far in the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We out.